Hey everybody, I'm A-Day, otherwise known as Black Carnivore, and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk about the shocking, groundbreaking news that the American Heart Association is offering as embracing a low-carb diet as a viable option for treatment for heart disease. So this is a stunning reversal and really just amazing. So I wanted to talk about that today really quickly, and part of the reason I want to talk about it is that I just did a podcast interview with Dr. Tony Hampton, and it's going to publish on his channel on Friday. But I wanted to make sure that you were aware of this information and, just kind of get it out there. Today, I just want to pull out some of the clips from the article so that you know what is so important about this news. We have been told by institutions and authorities around, healthcare and medicine that a low carbohydrate is dangerous, it's bad, it's not possible, it's not sustainable, and it is not safe. And now we are being given this message that is the complete opposite. And, so frankly, that's really stunning. But I think it is important to know that, this is a viable option for people who are struggling with diabetes and heart disease. So, and I want to make it clear. I mean, of course, I think a carnivore diet is like amazing. It works for everybody. It's super easy, blah, 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 all of those things. But I understand that everybody has to find the right package of treatments to, that's going to work in their life. And, so for me, I enjoy eating meat. I like the simplicity. I don't want to count. I want to feel, full and satisfied and so on. So for me, this is the right approach. But for somebody else who maybe wants to have more vegetables or, likes different things, like there may be a different approach. And so what I really liked about this, scientific statement that the American Heart Association published this month is that, they listed low carb as a viable option. It's not the only option. It's not saying that one thing is better than the other. It's just that it is a viable option amongst, several others, and people should consider what they like. So let me read these quotes. The American Heart Association published a scientific statement about sort of summarizing the research that's out there and talking about a specific way of approaching the treatment of heart disease, especially with patients who have type 2 diabetes. And there were some really, groundbreaking statements in there. So I'm attaching a link to the actual article so you can take a look at it. But let me dive in and look at some of the quotes that I thought were so interesting. They have a lifestyle management section of the paper and start out by saying lifestyle modification is a critical component of a cardiovascular risk factor reduction in adults with type 2 diabetes. Another quote in the same section of this paper, the American Diabetic Association recommendations support various healthy dietary approaches to achieve glycemic control and weight management, although the effects of dietary interventions on cardiovascular disease outcomes in individuals with type 2 diabetes has not been widely studied. I don't know why they're saying it hasn't been widely studied, but, there's a lot of studies about different ways of eating, but that's what they say. Then they go on to say the Mediterranean, Paleolithic, low carbohydrate, high protein, vegetarian, and nut-enriched diets have demonstrated benefits on glycemic control and weight loss in type 2 diabetes, with the Mediterranean diet producing the greatest improvements in glycemic control and 29% cardiovascular disease reduction over 4.8 years. Right there, this is the first time they have listed low carb along with and paleo along with various other ways of eating and listing it as an equal option. That's really huge. I've never seen anything like this before. Very low carbohydrate versus moderate carbohydrate diets yield a greater decrease in A1C more weight loss, and use of fewer diabetes medications in individuals with diabetes. I mean, that's huge. They're basically saying this is the fastest and quickest way to normalize your blood sugar and, reverse your diabetes. Why wouldn't you do it the fastest, quickest way? I don't know. So then they go on to say, for those who were unable to adhere to a calorie-restricted diet, a low-carbohydrate diet reduces A1C and triglycerides. Yep, we all know that. And then they go on to say, very low carbohydrate diets were effective in reducing A1C over shorter time periods with less differences in interventions. So, yeah, again, they're saying a very low carbohydrate diet, which really what they're saying is a ketogenic diet, but they didn't use that word, is the fastest and quickest way. That's really huge. They also say for individuals using very low carbohydrate dietary approaches, it is important for healthcare professionals to maintain medical oversight and adjust diabetes medications to prevent hypoglycemia. So they are admitting that this dietary intervention is so powerful that people have to come off of medications and they need assistance with it. That's a big statement. So finally, they conclude that section by saying, thus, the American Diabetic Association recommends an individualized nutrition plan focusing on total calorie and metabolic goals, using a medical nutrition program as needed to achieve goals. They basically are following suit with the American Diabetes Association and making that recommendation in their own scientific statement paper here from the American Heart Association. So that's two major associations that talk about the top diseases that are facing Americans. Diabetes, there's high blood pressure, and there's cardiovascular disease. So you've got two major institutions that speak to the diseases that our community, especially Black women, are struggling with, and putting low carb out there as an option. So this is huge. This is groundbreaking. And I want to remind you again that a carnivore diet is a low carb diet. So all the benefits that are conferred to a low carb diet, we're getting while following a carnivore diet. We're in the low carb family, and these are the benefits that that come with eating this way. Now when people say to you, you can't eat all this meat, this red meat, you can't eat this way, what about your cholesterol? You can say, the American Heart Association says this is a viable way to approach and a viable way to eat. And Ken Berry, just did a video about it, so you should definitely check that out. The American Heart Association caves on low carb. The thing that I really liked about what he said in the video was print out this scientific paper. Bring it with you the next time you go to the doctor. Make sure that every medical professional sees this and knows that, the position of these organizations is changing, so that we are actually able to change the culture out there. Because I think, and this is something that Dr. Hampton and I talked about a lot, especially in our community, we have a fear of the medical industry, and a well-founded one. A lot of times we have doctors that don't listen to us, don't care about what we need or want, and aren't willing to be partners in our health journey. And so if that is the case, first of all, you need to fire that doctor, but what if you can't find another one? I don't know, but I think it's important to make sure that you share this information more broadly, and hopefully you can develop the kind of relationship with your medical provider where they're open to hearing about new information and evolution in the medical profession's position. So anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. I hope that this gives you some clarity. Definitely check out and read the paper. Put your comments down below. I definitely want to hear what you think on this one, and what people in your community have said when you went to your family and said, hey, the American Heart Association has changed their position. What did they say? Was that convincing? Did that help them to feel a little bit more comfortable with what you're doing? Let me know. I really want to know. If you're thinking about doing the carnivore diet and you're not sure, check out this playlist, and that will help you to see how diabetes can actually be reversed using this way of eating, and so quickly, so fast. So check that out. And if you're ready to get the support that you need to start it off, go to blackcarnivore.com/challenge and sign up for my next 21-day challenge so you don't have to do this alone. All right, I'll see you next time.